Yes, yes, yes. Today's date is September 24th. Happy birthday, moms. All right. The show is presented by way of StreamYard. We are live on YouTube, Twitch, and IG. I am Amrock. That is Dez, DJ No Name. We are the Black Collective known as the HL Podcast. What's good, fellas? How y'all be, man?
Man, chilling, bro. Chilling. Happy to be here. I forgot we had theme music. We ain't been hearing this long. I said, shit, we got theme music and shit. Like,
Yeah, everything good. No complaints.
Yeah, shout out to No Name with the music, man. Definitely appreciate that, man. Definitely appreciate that. On the ones and twos. Hey, people, we are available on iHeartRadio and Spotify, so go check us out. Listen to that. Listen to all our previous episodes. This is episode 129, Genesis. All right. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. All right. Oh, I'm tripping. I gotta put our banner up, let people know where we at. Hold up. All right, here we go. All right. Sorry, people, for the late start, but hey, things happen. We keeping it rolling. Nah. We good. We keeping it rolling. We got a great show for y'all. Of course, everything that's going on in America. All right. They just want to watch this shit burn. This shit is out of control. Project 2025 is 3/4 done. All right, what y'all said was fake. It's 3/4 done. All right. Of course, we got NFL talk, WNBA. Asia Wilson winning her 4th MVP, which is huge. Of course, we're gonna talk about them damn Ravens, man. What's going on? What's going on with them? Dez is gonna bring his film review. This one's gonna be crazy. I know y'all gonna be ready for that one. Our top 5 or 10 list is absolutely going to be insane. I know the fella's gonna get on me. Again, the list is not in order. All right, the list is not in order. But hey, we got some honorable mentions as well. And then of course we're gonna wrap up the show with what's the question. All right, so first up, people, we got our most known unknown. And for everybody who hasn't heard the story, all right, this young brother here, all right, his name is Shakir. Okay, Shakir. All right, he is 11 years old. Okay, and Shakir is a brave young 11-year-old. Okay, apparently at elementary school, another 11-year-old unfortunately brought a gun to the school. Okay, Shakir noticed it. All right, actually was able to take away the gun from the kid. Okay, took out the bullets. All right. How this young brother knows and why this young brother knows this is, sad in itself, how to do that. But nevertheless, all right. He disarmed the gun, and prevented what was going to be another school shooting. All right, because apparently this other kid, he had been bullied. All right, just how the story normally goes, right? A kid is bullied, he's tired of it, he brings a weapon to the school, and then we all know the story. But this was prevented. Shakir, prevented this from happening. And what was the school's response? They decided to expel this young brother. Okay. They decided to expel him. All right. And the reason being is because they're saying that he didn't report the situation to a teacher or guidance counselor or principal. He didn't report it to them or in a timely fashion or something like that. He didn't report that he had the gun. I think he just kept it put it somewhere. But he didn't report it. I don't know if y'all heard this story, but it was just something that I wanted to bring attention to, that the school district is absolutely wrong for doing this. Look, it was already sad enough that this kid had to witness his friend or his classmate bring this gun to school. He had to literally take the gun from his friend. He took the bullets out the gun, all right, and then I guess to maybe save his friend, he hid it. All right, now, yes, is this obviously a sad situation? Yes, but to expel this kid, and by the way, they didn't expel the kid who actually brought the gun to the school. Have y'all heard about this story? What do y'all think about this? I don't know if y'all heard about this.
So wait, they didn't the kid didn't get expelled who brought the gun?
To my knowledge, that's what was reported, that only Shakir got expelled from school, not even the kid who brought the gun to school. I don't know. I
gotta look that one up. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
I was like, yo, like, what?
That's crazy.
Yeah, I had an idea of that story. I just didn't know much in detail. So that's just, you know, I'm letting y'all know right now. I'm gonna do a lot of cussing on this episode. I had enough. And a lot of that's just, you know, a lot of this is ass backwards, and then people just playing in our faces, and this is just another example, man. That's all it is, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, absolutely. And look exactly. This happened in Lansing, Michigan. Yeah. And now he's facing a year away from the school. I guess they're expelling him for a year. That's what they're trying to say. Absolutely insane. Shakir Everett, that's his last name, Shakir Everett. Well, young brother, you know, look, we praying for him and his family. Hopefully this gets overturned, because it sounds absolutely silly that you would expel him when he was basically a hero in this situation. So again, shout out to this young brother, man, and to his family, and hope and even, you know, look, prayers to the family who, you know, the kid who brought the gun. You know, hopefully he gets some counseling or some help. Hopefully they talk to the parents as well, because for him to bring a gun to the school, there's obviously something serious going on at that school to make a kid want to do that, right? So hopefully they're doing some type of further investigation into this, and not just leaving it at we expelled the kid who actually disarmed the weapon and saved the day. So, Lordy, what's America coming to? People, about to get into our HL news. All right, HL news. And first up, Black politics. All right. Right now we are about to discuss the future of America. All right. So, you know, there's been a lot of things that's been happening recently. Primarily, the main thing that's been happening is our right to free speech. Okay. And, you know, we've seen media personalities, Joy Reid, Stephen Colbert, most recently Jimmy Kimmel, suspended from TV, you know, and various other people as well. All right, even before Joy Reid, this had been getting started. But specifically those three over the last summer, I guess, over this, you know, the last 3-4 months, this has been happening, where, you know, people are speaking out against Trump and his administration and MEGA and the things that they're doing to us, the American people. And, you know, luckily, you know, media personalities who have a voice, who have millions of followers, right, are speaking out against this, which is what you need, right? If you have a platform, you know, use it, right? I think Chuck D from Public Enemy said that, right? Like, hey, we have this platform called hip hop. We need to use it to say something, right? And these people have this media platform, whether you're on MSNBC or late night or YouTube or podcast, whatever the case may be, and people are speaking out because you know, to go around canceling shows, canceling media personalities solely because they make jokes, they make comments about certain things that are taking place in the country. You know, to me, for one, it goes against, again, the First Amendment. We all have a right to free speech. I think about hip hop and Uncle Luke right? The first one to really go out there and protest for his right to free speech, because they was getting on him when he was doing all his music that he was doing, and saying he was talking about women in this way, women in that way, da 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 da. But they really challenged his right to free speech. And ultimately he won, right? And then the old saying goes like, had he not won that case, everything in hip hop would have been censored, right? You wouldn't be able to curse and do certain things that hip hop artists can do. And right now, it's under attack, free speech. Now more than ever. So, what do y'all think about what's been happening, especially like with Jimmy Kimmel, who, because of Disney in particular canceling Jimmy, millions of people decided to unsubscribe to Disney, to Hulu, to ESPN. ESPN already been going down the drain since they gave Stephen A. Smith that money. Like he just been acting. Molly Karam done left his ass. All right, like scandal coming with that.
Des, I meant to hit the group chat. Let Christina know Molly out of there, fam.
I know, she can't stand Molly.
Hey, scandal was there, and Molly wasn't bad, but like scandal was coming. Like I thought she was okay, but
something happened with that.
Like her abruptly. First, she was about to leave at the end of the year, and then all of a sudden she just abruptly just dipped. Nah, something come with that. But anyway, what do y'all think about what's happening right now with free speech? And
you want to go first, Gary? Or?
Yeah, I can go first. There is a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
There's just simply a lot going on, and for Disney, they already know what it is. They was getting their pockets hit, and they try to make it be about somebody. No, you know why you wanted Jimmy Kimmel to come back. And pockets was getting hit, fam. The almighty dollar. That's what it's all about when it's all said and done.
Yep.
And it's, as far as free speech, man, it's like halfway out the window. Like I said, it's example after example after example, and then it's like little by little, and we'll get into it later about Project 2025, and it's just like he doing it in real time. Every day it's a new update, and here we are.
This is one of my favorite subjects because I always challenge this one because I think we have to make sure we define what free speech is for the people. And y'all gotta bear with me, I'm congested. By definition,
it's all good, man. We got you. That's you.
By definition, when people say free speech, we have to remember that free speech, for those who do not know, is government censorship. That is the right, but it's the right to express your opinions and ideas without government censorship.
Mm-hmm.
So I think a lot of times we confuse the two. So here's where I'm going with this one. I'm gonna pin Jimmy Kimmel for a second.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody says something, your company has the right to react to that.
Mm-hmm.
If your company is reacting off of government pressure, that's different.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think we're living in a double-edged sword as a society right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get on Jimmy in a second, to where a lot of our free speech, we have issues when it doesn't line up to our views.
Fair.
I think that's where we're at in the world now, particularly with Jimmy's situation. Piggybacking on that, the issue is because what the FCC, Trump's homeboy over there, made a remark, then Disney felt the pressure, and that's when they did. And by that standard, the government pushed, they overstepped because of that FCC step.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And legally the term is called jawboning. And the reason I say this, even though I told Rock I didn't want to go here, I want to use this with old buddy. I ain't going to even say his name because I don't feel like going there because all week I have to deal with this. Is because we have so many situations where free speech does work in the sense of where you see Karen say stuff and then their job reacts like, oh, that's not representing our company's values. And that. But we also have instances, and I'm not so much moved by Jimmy or Disney, where PBS, and you've heard me say it, they've been trying to get rid of PBS and strip it down so it's almost all but gone.
Mm-hmm.
And it started with them doing that. And that was the Trump administration and them calling it a liberal broadcast station and things like that. And there are extreme liberal people saying politics, just like it's on the other side. But where I'm going ultimately, we have to reassess what free speech is, because in this society that we currently live, it's been abused so much that people truly don't know the definition. If the government is censoring you by any means, what this administration tends to do, that is infringing on your freedom of speech. If it is not being censored by the government, your job is doing it. That ain't free speech. That means that's consequences for what you were saying. And I think that still exists, because you know what I'm saying. And I think it is we're at a point in a society where it's not so much that is free. From my definition point of view of this topic, do I think it's going away, or do I think it's being infringed on? Yes and no. I think it is, because we truly don't know how to define it, because we can't, because people won't really sit down to look. They just feel like, oh, this doesn't line up with my view. Oh, you got a problem with it. Hate speech, sadly, is freedom of speech. Now, when somebody slaps the shit out of your ass for saying some hateful shit, that's the consequences of that freedom of speech.
Right.
You know, so I think where I'm going with it ultimately, in Jimmy Kimmel's situation, Disney and should not have felt pressure to stop him in any way. And because of the FCC, he didn't say anything wrong. He was bad timing with it. I personally think it was just bad timing. Don't think he said anything wrong, because that is his right in his speech. The timing, even by his own admission coming back, yeah, I probably should have waited on the timing of it. But then again, that is still a person's freedom of choice. You cannot, and I think that is where we are losing as a society, because of some of the people we have in office who won't allow us to have that. So I don't. So to answer the main question, Rock, I think they're trying to destroy free speech. I do think they're trying to censor free speech in the sense of that. But I also think us as a society, we truly don't know what free speech is to try to defend and stand up to.
Yeah, no, that's fair. And I also look at it like too. I mean, yeah, sure, bad timing. We also have to pay attention to how we censor, again, people who like news media personalities, comedians. All right, you know how they wanted to censor Dave Chappelle for some of the jokes that he was making. Again, I understand if people feel a certain way about certain things. I get it, but at the same time, if you, for example, come to a Dave Chappelle show, you should know the man's history and the type of jokes that it's similar to a Corey Holcomb. All right, you go to one of his shows, you best believe some things might be said. So it's so with comedians too, I think that needs to be watched. But yeah, I mean, look, this was Trump and his administration just trying to be bullies, like they've been trying to be, and because of what was said about a particular person that favors a particular group, that's why Jimmy Kimmel had to be shut down. That's why all of them, Joy Reid, Stephen Colbert, all of them are getting shut down or censored or talked about or bullied by Trump. So, but yeah, I definitely agree. There's a thin line with that free speech. I think it's a thin line right now with everything in the damn Constitution, the way that
it really is. Now, to play devil's advocate, because Rock threw Uncle Luke out here, I'm going to bring it now to 2025, and we're going to take Drake and UMG. That's the definition of where we're heading as a society with free speech, is that it's not, because we know Kendrick's not being sued, but there is the defamation of his character, he feels like, by his label allowing this to be pushed. And I'm like, all this shit is blurring the lines. And I think this is really, and it goes back to Rock's point overall, how he's structuring this, is because like we have a person in office who can say some of the things that he says. Some he's dialed back just a little because he's still playing in disguise. But if the reality does not change, they'll censor everybody else who doesn't like them. They'll censor anybody of the news media who doesn't like them. We cannot forget, it was not that long ago, and forgive me, I can't remember the time frame, but where there are certain media people who couldn't even come talk to them. And that's where the term fake news came from. So it goes back to what Rock just was saying about journalism. And if nobody has seen the new show, I'm gonna call it The Office, but it's the paper.
Yeah.
They do a good job not talking about this stuff here, but talking about where Rock was going with the free speech. And I think it's very important for us to revisit that, because it is Fahrenheit 451 where there is that censorship. I didn't look the main thing I'm in with this, with my point with the Jimmy Kimmel, where I'm concerned with, is I'm seeing people who want to start boycotting Disney. And I already got an issue with that, because now you're going to start penalizing all of the black TV shows that come from that, and the black creators, and Abbott Elementary, Reason of Doubt, and TV shows of that nature. And it's like, I get it, but we also, that's why I say I want to go by definition. I do think Disney was wrong how they went about it, but we also have to be clear that companies do have the right, not the government, but the company does have a right to check your ass if they feel like you're saying something that doesn't align with their values, whether we agree with it or not.
Only thing I'll push back on that is Disney, ESPN in particular. There's been a trend.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this was the climax. So, but there have been trends where they've been Disney canceled shows, particularly black shows, right? That they were going to push, right? Whether it was like kid shows, animated shows, stuff, certain things like that. They had a history of not backing their black actors, i.e. John Boyega with Star Wars, all right? And how he faced the racism and the bigotry that he did. Oh, why a black man as a star of Star Wars? Oh my God, you know, they have a history of not backing their Bailey, the Bailey sister, when she played Little Mermaid, right? Where was the support there, right? ESPN recently now, I know we don't want a Colin Kaepernick documentary, but still, all right? They just canceled that, right? All of these documentaries that y'all put out, why that one? Oh, because he took a knee in. I'm just saying, I hear you. And you're right, but with them in particular, there has been a trend. So I think that's why this ultimately made people go, all right, enough is enough. We need to cancel now. Yeah, I mean, does it look support? All right, now all of a sudden we want to do it to support Jimmy Kimmel, white guy. But to be fair, though, there has been a trend of behavior with Disney, with ESPN in particular, where they've been on this trend.
Yeah.
And particularly, this trend has really started within the last, I mean, there have been situations like with the Star Wars situation, but that was a while ago. But this has really been a trend that has started over the past year. And what has happened over the past year, we all know, right? So that's, you know, so I definitely understand what you're saying. But yeah, with Disney in particular, there has been a trend with them to where people was probably like, all right, like, you know, y'all being ridiculous at this point.
I hear that. I like, that's why I said this is one of my favorite topics. I will rebuttal with they are who they are, and the devil always has lived in the gray. And I think that is where I don't, like, once again, it's that universal stuff. I don't expect more from them, because that is just who they are. You literally have ESPN. Look how the people they moved off of there, and that's how they move. That's literally how they move. And but what is the alternative? We go back to BET. Like, what is, like?
Well, that's the thing, right? I think this is going to, just like how everybody said, like David Banner said, oh, you know, when Trump was around the first time, it was actually good for black people because we came together a lot more. Okay, black people, all right, if that's going to be the case, the Abbotts and you know, those type of shows that you mentioned, where's our platform to put those shows on? Right? I mean, we got Tubi, but that's, you know, nobody's hit really yet on Tubi, you know, like, but where is our Hulu? We have to start, I think this is what, hopefully the message from God, like, this is what he's trying to tell, like, we have to start thinking in that manner going forward. After Trump, like, this is eventually going to end. What are we going to do after the fact? That's what I'm going to talk about towards the end of the show, like, especially like with the Constitution. That shit is trash. Like, there has to be something done about that. Like, they don't even abide by it, right? So what are we going to do after this? We need to start thinking and planning, okay, like, yeah, like, okay, do we really need Hulu? Do we really need, I mean, Netflix is, you know, is an entity within itself. And has pretty much kept itself neutral. Do we really need a Disney? Do we really? I hear you with then that cancels actors and directors and producers and writers' livelihoods. I understand that, but okay, let's move those shows and movies and stuff to our own platform. We have to start thinking that way anyway. And I think this is ultimately forcing us to do that. As much as we want to be integrated and have this inclusion, we have to start thinking, was integration the best thing? I'm sorry, but we really have to start thinking that way. Integration killed a lot of things. It killed education. It killed Black Wall Streets. It killed a lot of shit. So I think this leads into. I agree. That's why I like this conversation, because this leads into bigger shit that we really have to start thinking about.
Nah, this is that's why I can be on that. I'll be on it all day, but I agree. I do agree. I just think the biggest thing we have to look at as Black people is stop settling for Pyrrhic victories, and that is the larger scale. But then it is also knowing that none of us, like maybe Abbott don't want to move, and we have to accept that and then move accordingly. And I think because we try to get everybody on board, because freedom of speech is not dead. I just think alliteration and understanding of what that is dead. And that way, until we understand what it is and what it truly is, then we know how to move accordingly. Because Disney is not changing. And they have not changed for years. This is who they've always been.
Yeah, no, that's
good point, though. Good point. I like this one. This was one of my favorites. This was one. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. But so there's a few topics, right? For one, all right. I don't know if y'all saw the benefit package that ICE gets. All right. What is it? 50,000. Here we go. $50,000 signing bonus. All right. $60K in student loan debt repayment and 25% premium paid to new recruits. Woo!
Put that app in right now.
Sign me up. Right? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That shit is absolutely crazy. And if you saw the message below, all right, Democrats tried to do this for teachers and Republicans lost their minds. Teachers, firefighters, nurses, all right? Like, it sounds like to me they deserve more of the piece of this pie because they, than ICE agents, mega Proud Boys who are out there right now. And another thing that happened as well while that situation happened with that particular person out west, and ultimately we know, the whole hoopla around that right now. While that was happening, Congress decided to vote not to release or to block the Epstein files from coming out. Now, if y'all know what's going on with these Epstein files, again, this guy Epstein, he was I forgot what he was exactly. But ultimately, he was accused of pedophilia and sexual assaults and different things like that. He was, I forget if he was found guilty or if he was awaiting trial, but nevertheless, they supposedly found him dead, hanging in a cell. But apparently he had this island. He had, all these celebrities and big no-name people would come out there to participate in the festivities. And of course, Trump and other politicians are listed in this Epstein files that, and this is why they're trying to block them, because they don't want that information coming out about who was there, when, what happened, what went down, all that good stuff, right? So we have that situation going on. And then the Supreme Court quietly voted that race can be a consideration and used as a factor in police stops and stop and frisk of, in any city, in any state right now as well. So we have those three situations, obviously all happen simultaneously. What sticks out to you all about, what's going on? Obviously, all of these things are important. Obviously, in my opinion, what happened was obviously, not a good situation. However, I think sometimes things happen in this country in particular to distract us from what they are really trying to do. And a few things happened while that was going on, i.e. the votes to block the Epstein files and the votes to have race considered during stop and frisk. So what sticks out to y'all right now as to, you know,
I need to know that payment structure with the ICE. I need that breakdown. Is it every 2 weeks? Is it once a month? Like, what we talking about? How much taxes taken out? Y'all taking the taxes out? I need to know all.
No,
that,
they probably not.
Yeah, so I need to know. I'm a numbers guy. I need the breakdown on that one because that's a lot of cheese. That's a lot of cheddar, for real. A lot of fetty. You know what I'm saying? A lot of fetty.
That is. It is. Yeah, that shit is crazy, man. That
yeah.
Crazy.
And then
Des, you on mute. You on mute, Des.
My bad, I was sneezing.
My God, you
this dude, Gary, get to the fatty.
Get to the fatty, man. Get to the fatty.
What Anthony Edwards said, whatever you need.
You're right.
Whatever you need.
I mean, 50K bonus off the break.
Off the break. That's what I'm like.
I'm not gonna look.
Yeah,
I get that Popeyes meal selling people out. Like, you know, I did a podcast with Rock. He said this. You know, Gary came to the crib one time. I just looked, man, you were just
right.
Dango, Samuel L. Jackson, Dango. You know, I think they all stand out. That ICE one stands out. I mean, they paying you to do what they do, and I really hate the race can be used as factors in the police stop and frisk. But I'm like, they just said the quiet part out loud now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but like, I'm gonna go to it's all of them, but that ICE one, man, because I feel like that's where we at, and I like how you mentioned the teacher thing because I remember when they were trying to do that, and that's where we're dealing with politics because it's kind of like. With the job market is getting ready to head to where who can give you that bonus or who can give you really like people are in the, like what's in it for me because I'm like you're really paying to play and paying to vote now. So if I make a promise that I'll have jobs they're gonna start off at $100, you like wait what? And then you gonna go sign up. And I think you get so many people in desperate situations because when people are in survival mode they're willing to do anything. And that's just where we're at as a society, and it's only going to get worse from here. But I breaking the rule, if I had to pick two, I would definitely the police one, the stop and frisk one stands out to me. But then I stopped. I was like, oh, they're saying the quiet part out loud. But that ICE one is very disturbing, not because that particular role. That is where I think politics is going. I think it's going to be. We're paying you for your vote without paying you for your vote in a sense. We're going to start trying to find that way. And people are going to sign up because people are willing to sell their brother. I mean, they've been doing it for years. What's going to stop them now?
Yep.
Yeah, I think that you said it perfect. I think that's how everything is going on. They saying the quiet part out loud and they just put it in our faces.
Yeah, because what we gonna do about it? It's what Rock. We were just talking about Disney. They've been doing on that. What are we gonna do about it? Because they're gonna just like. It's kind of at this point, we ain't got it. The conspiracy theory is you thinking that there's still a secret conspiracy theory. No, it's not. It's here in front of you, and now we've convinced you not to believe it. And that's just where we are as a society, because we are too busy arguing instead of the first step to fix any of this. I thought about it today. I've been playing my fantasy football. One of the guys I listen to fantasy football, he always ends, and he saw be kind to one another. And every time he says it every time, he gets off. Oh, I do. But like, you know what I'm saying? I don't see, he's younger. But it's just like that little thing. And it's like, we can't get out of our own way because we are so I don't want to take too long on it, but like, when you play fantasy football, you ever try to make a trade with somebody and you knew it was a good trade, but they think you're shorting them, right? They like, you trying to play me.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah, all the time, right?
All the time.
That is where we are as a society. You can like literally tell somebody, yo, if you give me $20, I'm gonna give you $25, they gonna think that $5 you gonna give them back is fake, is monopoly. You like, nah, bro, it's real money. Because we are so programmed, and it's like you can't let your guard down. I'm not naive saying let your guard down, but I'm like, find your people. And I'm not talking about these weirdo, crazy people, because the Bible says the thief come to steal, kill, and destroy. And the greatest thing they've done in this society is to convince us that we cannot get along together and figure this shit out. And that is what they're constantly doing. And that is what they're going to continue to do. Smoke and mirrors. Everything. Epstein's file. No. That's why I'm glad they put that statue up there.
I was going to mention that, yeah.
That shit going to have graffiti on it if it don't already.
Your neck of the woods. Right?
That's that shit. When I saw, I was like, yo, what in the... And then he got the statue like the North Korean dictator. He got one of them type of statues out there now. Yo, it's a show. This shit is a show. It is, bro. This is The Apprentice. Like, let's just call it what it is. Like,
Stephen A. do politics now. That's when you know you're in the wrong now.
Man, that guy.
Man.
Like how, and it's not even. It was crazy. I was about to say how people switch up, but yeah, that's not even a switch up. Like, this is who people are, and and this is just bringing out, who people really are, who people truly are at heart. Like that's just really what it comes down to.
Every day I gotta judge my character. Every day I get up. Here lately, I've been asking myself, what kind of man do I want to be? In my little isolation, and it's really been hard because, it's really been hard. That's why the freedom of speech one hit me, because I had to go do a deep dive, because I'm a person that no, they are trying to censor us, but it's like, we really gotta separate and really point out who they are. Who's that? You know what I'm saying? And really acknowledge it, because with that Jimmy Kimmel shit, nothing would have happened if that FCC person was saying. They would just let it go. But then Disney wanted to go in there, and like Rock said, they have a history of doing this. So what do we do? I don't know what to do. I don't know. I don't got the money. I ain't got all that to do. All I know is to get on here with y'all, try to share the most safest side. The most I don't pick sides. I really don't care. I don't like none of these motherfuckers. Rock's heard me say this every time I get on, because they're full of shit. But it's just, I'm so tired of seeing black people just suffer. I'm so tired of seeing people suffer in general. But when it comes to us, we can never get along. And then I don't even subscribe to that no more, because us sitting here talking is proof that we can. We all got different views, different ways of seeing things. It's just talk it out. And if we don't agree, we don't agree. Me and Rock had two different ways of saying something. We ain't fighting about it. That's still my homie. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother. But I don't know, man. I know we got a time limit. I ain't trying to be long-winded today. But
you good, man. You good. Yeah. But no, the last topic I wanted to get to, we can go through the other ones maybe next time. But the last one I definitely wanted to get to was about Project 2025.
I definitely want to touch on this one, because I want to give you your flowers, fam. You've been on it. You've been consistent. You've been trying to tell the people. I'm cutting you off on purpose. I'm giving you your flowers. You've been on it since the beginning. You told the people. You had people like me being alert, because I had problems consuming stuff like this. Y'all made it easier for me to listen to stuff like this.
That's what
you've been on it from the jump. So I'm giving you your props on that.
Well, I appreciate you, man. And for everybody who was saying this shit was fake, yes, I was out there saying, no, this shit is real. Look at the list. Read the list. Half of it was already done. Half of it was already going in place. And so the other half of that is Kamala. All right. Now, whatever y'all want to say about her, and we had our opinions about her as well. But people, do y'all believe her yet? Do y'all believe what she was saying? All this stuff that came to fruition. She was literally saying, and others, were saying around this time last year that Trump was going to stand with Israel, that he was going to have the military and the police in the streets. He was going to start deporting people. He didn't care about lowering your grocery prices. All he wanted to do was make cuts here, cuts there. He wanted to fire all of these things she was saying a year ago around this time. Project 2025 was live, and people just didn't want to believe it. So I appreciate that, Gary. Like, yeah, because I knew, like, my issue with, and look, he's in office now, it is what it is, but I just want to reflect for a second. My issue with people that I had at that time was everybody just thought this shit was a joke. And like, you can't imagine, especially a lot of black men were just thinking, oh, this shit is a joke, and they simply did not want to vote for Kamala because she was a woman. Now, me and Des was on here and we would break it down like, yeah, there's some things that we looked at and was like, nah, that's not right what she was doing, this or that, who she's aligned with as far as her spouse. Those things matter, right? But we also looked at it and go, well, when has either candidate ever been truly for the people or turned things around for the people? Even Barack Obama, as loved as he was, he didn't fully turn things around, and particularly for black people. There are still black ghettos out here. There's still black people who are homeless. There's still black people uneducated. There's still black people trying to get jobs. Those things, none of these presidents have changed for us. So nobody was expecting her to all of a sudden just come in and change the whole shit for black people, because nobody has done that before. We were saying was she is the lesser of the two evils because of everything that was going on. And now, ultimately we see that. So, I just want to get y'all's, reflection on, obviously, again, what's been coming out now, because now she just dropped her book, 107 Days. Again, shout out to my mom, happy birthday. I got her the book, and my mom wanted to read that book. I guess it talks about, that campaign, where she literally had 107 days. And, damn it, she could have freaking pulled it off, especially since, if you see this list here, 77 million voted for Trump. 75 million voted for Kamala. But you see that yellow down there, people? 89 million eligible voters did not vote. So, yeah, just, what is y'all, a year removed now from her, this was around that time last year. She was still on her campaign. She had just beat Trump in a debate. Trump looked silly in the debate. And then, of course, right after that, of course, he had to fake getting assassinated to build the sympathy claim, right? So, yeah, just, as a reflection, how have y'all felt about, like the response to Kamala? And, now her book's coming out and what she was saying about Biden and how she felt pressured now. She didn't feel like, like what we all saw, right? That things was rushed and, So yeah, what's your opinion on that?
I'll say this. How Will Smith slapped Chris Rock and people still talk about that? You ever wonder why nobody still talks about that Trump assassination? Because one thing happened and the other didn't. Anyway, let me stop. Let me stop. But it's the Benadryl, yo. But I will say, I'm gonna say this. I'll take a different route. It's good that she's talking about it now. Yeah, she's trying to push her book and everything like that. I think it's funny how people are like, oh, why is she saying something now? She should have said it then. You can't tell somebody when to tell their story, and if you're gonna pay me to tell my story, then I'll definitely tell my story, right? Wow. But at the end of the day, it's her story to tell, and I think that I said I didn't like neither candidate, not because she wasn't qualified. I don't think that she was more than qualified in my eyes. I just wanted new faces. It had nothing to do with her. I wanted something completely new, and I just realized that's not the political world we live in. Yeah. I don't want to see all the same politicians we wanted, particularly with her. I appreciate her for stepping up. I appreciate her for trying. I don't have any sympathy for the Democratic Party because
That's fair.
they had this coming. Like, they had it coming. They thought they had it. They thought there was going to be a cakewalk. One thing, and I've said it to Rock before, he called this. He said he was going to get in office. He's going to beat the charges and then all this there. It was like they never had him beat. They kept trying to throw everything at Trump. And honestly, too, shout out to Trump. Like, you could have, like, bruh, like
played it beautifully.
Yeah, like, and you know, you got it now. You know, I that's where I stop with the shout out. But like, I just think that, like, at the end of the day, it's like she tried, she did her best. I wish her the best. Please don't run again. Go enjoy your life. Go stay in the background as a politician. Right. That's all I got.
Yeah, I'm about to say, ain't too much I can say to echo what both of y'all said. It's just like, it's been an up and down, it's been a roller coaster. And like I said, I'm real big on how it's just been unfolding like day by day and in real time. And then from then at that time when all that going on till now, and then like you said, it being brought back up to where it's a book is coming out and things like that. It just shows, you know, simply where the times that we're at right now. It's gonna be a lot of work. There's a lot of work that needs to be done, no matter who's in office, who's not in office, who tried to get in this, that, and the third, because man, we still got a long way to go.
Yep. I agree. Whew. Yeah. We still got a long way to go. We still got what, 3 years?
Yep.
Man. Oh man. All right, people. Gary, I need your help with this. What time is it?
Game time.
Woo! All right, we about to get into sports talk. All right, the NFL, college football has been happening. All right, of course with the mixer that we'll get to. I know we're gonna touch on one of the teams in the NFL. We gonna get
college.
to that.
You said college.
Okay.
You said college.
All right.
You said college.
All right, what's their record right now? What's USC doing?
Hey, they rank. Don't try it. We rank.
No,
we
I
rank.
wasn't being funny. No, I wasn't being funny. I was legit asking because USC. I wasn't sure. Was that Texas?
I'm OU. I'm OU.
Okay. All right, bet. Yeah, sorry, I don't have.
All I know is I hope we fire Lane and go pick up another coach. I'm gonna stay on that.
Yeah, black coach. Yeah, black coach. Go and get Snoop Dogg. He be down there all the time anyway. Go get Snoop.
He 4-0 right now, though.
Uncle Snoop.
Man, Lincoln Riley got to pay for his sins, fam. I still don't like the way he dipped on OU. He did it overnight. He had the private jet. You know, Caleb Williams came with as a package. I did not like.
You know what he did? He hit y'all with the Magic Johnson when he left the Lakers. He's like, I ain't gonna be hit.
I'm about to say that's what them coaches do, man.
They do, Phil.
They be acting like, oh, I'm not gonna leave. I'm loyal. You know, I recruited your son. I'm gonna stay all 4 years.
To Maryland 4-0.
Oh, okay. Shout out to Maryland. College football. It's because there's so many damn teams. Like I don't really have a team. But I know a lot of teams are doing pretty well.
You always got a team, bro. You always.
But yeah, I mean, so with the NFL, right? There's been, a lot happening, right?
Y'all not gonna put the Raiders up there.
Look, that's the picture I found as a collective. Shout out to Gino need to do better. I don't know.
Hey, that was Nick Bosa, right? On the 76.
Yeah, it was in San Fran.
Yo,
where's he at now?
He out for the year.
He out for the year.
Yep.
And where did he go though? Where did he go? Then he just got a new contract somewhere. Didn't he?
I thought he was in Buffalo at first. I thought he did. So he was there.
So that's what threw me off too. I thought he was in Buffalo too. I was like, I need to double check.
I'm gonna look it up. Buffalo got somebody because I thought it was him.
Yeah.
No, is he? It's because any more than one Bosa.
He's still with the
Who's
Niners.
the Bosa in Pittsburgh? Is it a Bosa in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, Nick Bosa's still with the Niners.
Is it a Bosa in Pittsburgh?
That's a Watts brother.
Watt. That's TJ. TJ Watson.
Did he go to Buffalo?
No, he's still in Pittsburgh. You know.
No, but this, I know
Buffalo,
what you're talking about because he did something in that Sunday game. He did something major when but I can't remember because I thought he was on there. So I was like, oh, I didn't know he went to the Bills. But that's why I was like, I can't remember who you talking about though. But I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. They did get somebody.
I'm looking it up because I swore I thought they picked Joey Bosa.
Joey Bosa,
his brother. Okay,
that's who it was.
Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, look, you know, there's a few teams like the Eagles, right? Undefeated. That's the team right there.
Rock,
but you know, had to chime them in real quick. But no, there's a lot of teams. There's a lot of teams doing well. There's a lot of teams that are surprisingly not doing so well. What's up with Miami? Hey, is it me or does Mike McDaniels just look like he is on something? I
think Mike McDaniels is a great coach. I just think he needs to go to another team. I don't think it's him. I think it's them.
Maybe go to USC. Maybe you need to go to college. I don't know. Like, but he just be looking like he enjoys Miami a lot.
Yeah,
I'll take Mike
before and after the game.
I'll take Mike. I love Mike as a coach. He's funny.
Yeah, because
he young too, ain't he? He kind of young, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like coach wise, like coach related, and like NFL coach wise, he's kind of young.
Yeah, I think he's younger than. I think he's only like 38, 39.
Yes,
or 40. If he is 40, then he just turned 40. But
yeah, young in comparison because them coaches are up. I didn't know they was in their 60s and 70s like that, like on the regular.
Yeah, Pete Carroll old ass is 78. I think.
Yeah, but it's like 76, 70. Yeah, he up there.
But he looked good. Like he's still out there, you know, running with him. Like he's still with the energy. Like
don't be coming from my coach.
Look, your coach did some running too. Them USC days. He saw
building champions, best championship money can buy.
He saw them sanctions coming. He said, "I'm out." Like shit. He did hard, like and quick, and sure enough, boom. Reggie Bush that shit was great, and only to get Reggie Bush. I'm sorry,
you probably hit him up like Reggie. You good, man? I hate to see that coming. Dang, I did not know that was happening.
They had nothing on Matt Leinart. Come on, now. Please.
I never thought about that. Matt didn't do nothing.
They went after was Reggie. Like, they had what's his name? LaDainian White. I'm not sure. He was a big star. You had Matt Leinart. You had Mike Williams. And you only go after Reggie. Yeah, that was glad he got that for his dog too. But yeah, so what's surprising to y'all? You know, what do y'all think about the season thus far? I mean, it's already we're going on week 4 as of tomorrow, that fast.
Yeah.
You know, what y'all think about the season thus far overall? Like, how's looking to y'all?
Year of the backup for sure. It's definitely year of the backup. My man Danny Dimes holding it down. He gave me some points. I got Jaden Daniels. He's week to week. And I got Joe Burrow, who I had to put on IR. So I had to get Danny Dimes from free agency. He put up numbers. But other than that, I feel like the NFL is like flipped. Like all the dominant teams isn't as dominant. You still got the Eagles doing their thing for sure. But you just got everybody who's not supposed to be winning, doing their thing, taking care of business. Like the Chargers always been nice, but they like 3-0. I think the 49ers 3-0. I didn't know they was undefeated. So it's like it's real shaky right now. I like how things are looking right now for the league as a whole.
Mm-hmm. You really think Joe Burrow coming back?
No. Depend if they can do something.
I don't know, man.
To where, you know, by the time he come back, if they win a couple of games, they could be in the play. If that's the scenario, then he'll come back. If they are trash by the time, he'll sit out.
If what looked like what happened against the Vikings for the next 3 months, they gonna probably force it, I would say, because all of his injuries are in relation to each other. Like, so it's like, man, I don't know, like the turf toe is in comparison to the previous ones he had, but it's like, man,
how long it take to heal from a turf toe? Because
that's what I'm saying.
I'll go pick him up right now and put him on IR. But I My takeaway for the season so far is that it's still early. You don't know anything. I'm not going to get on the Ravens. I know Gary got that lot. But I still think the Ravens are going to the Super Bowl. I still think you're going to see the Eagles and Ravens or Ravens versus Detroit. Like, I don't think that loss makes the Ravens look bad. I mean, and I don't want to get into it because I know you are. I'm just going to say, if they would have won, then everybody would have been talking about it. They always win in the season. Like, so let them lose for a little bit and then earn it. Like, right? If they going to do it, let them earn it. Like, that's how I look at it. I think Philly just needs to get left alone. I think at this point, their strategy is just win. I don't think Philly cares how they win. I think they just want to win. And I think that's the overall objective. So I never understand the Philly hate. I'm surprised at the Cowboys. That Micah, I didn't. Hold on. I'm not. Ignore the Cowboys. I messed up what I just said. Green Bay is going to the Super Bowl. That offense got to get worked on. That is one of the best defenses right now. That defense, I got to see as they play everybody else. But that defense, when I watched them live, I was like, bruh, that defense is a problem. And there's nobody I can see until I see somebody like put up some points on that defense and how they do it. That's the only way you're going to figure out how to beat them. But I don't think Jordan Love in that offense, because he has so many weapons, he does have a lot of weapons, but they're not gelling. So that is the only thing that's stopping them from winning the Super Bowl. But in the Cowboys, they're just Cowboys. They're doing what Cowboys do, Cowboy shit. And other than that, like I feel for Pat Mahomes. This is going to be his losing year. Like I'm feeling
years. Years.
You've entered the gauntlet. This is now when they're going to talk about him. I'm interested to see how they talk about him. Buffalo is not good. I don't understand. Their running back saves their ass. Buffalo is just not good. But once again, it is early in the season, so I want to see. Give me week 8. You know what I'm saying? Then I'll judge. But right now, Philly, Lamar and them, Derrick Henry's going to figure out the fumble problem. That's not an issue. Detroit, Green Bay. I'm still going to put Buffalo in there because they're not good, but they're going to be there. And I'm not going to sleep on the Chiefs because they'll figure it out. It's so early. They still got time. And the Raiders.
Yeah, the Chiefs and Mahomes. Yeah, I mean, I thought he was going to have a similar trajectory like Brady. I don't think he's going to win 7. I think he'll win 5. I think he's won 3. I think these will be his down years. Or maybe one year he'll win an MVP again. But I don't think they'll win the Super Bowl. Maybe they'll get back maybe a few times. But I think towards the end of his career, they'll revamp the team. Andy Reid will be gone by then. They'll have a new coach. And then he'll win like 2 like John Elway. Like he'll go out kind of on top. Something like that I think will happen with Mahomes. With us, our defense is terrible. Specifically our secondary. The Eagles secondary is terrible. Because especially since we lost most of the Darius Slay and Rodgers and CJ, those were key pieces. We'll see.
Where's CJ? I thought he was still there. CJ ain't there?
Well, Houston just cut him, and so they were talking about.
That's why that was brought back up. I didn't know they cut him.
Yeah, Houston just cut him. So yeah, they were talking about potential reunion, but he was talking shit about because they let him go. So I don't know how that's gonna go.
Don't cut anymore. We need all y'all. Just come on.
I mean, shit. I put it up like, just look, Howie, just bring him back. Like, because we let him go before, we brought him back. Then we let him go. Look, just bring him back and keep him this time. Like, I don't see what the hoopla is. One that y'all didn't bring up. Aaron Rodgers is actually doing all right. They doing all right. Good. They doing all right. I'm not the biggest Aaron Rodgers fan. Don't get it.
I rock with Rodgers.
I am a Mike Tomlin fan. I'm rooting for that man. I really hope he gets another Super Bowl. And this might be his best chance with Aaron Rodgers, yo. He has not looked bad. He still looks. He can throw the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And look, here's the caveat with the Steelers. It was always they have the defense, they have the running game, they just need a quarterback, a game manager, so to speak. That's what Aaron Rodgers at age 41, respectfully, that's what he has been doing. I.e. similar to Tom Brady. Now, Tom Brady is Tom Brady, and he did more in Tampa. But it was really that Tampa defense that carried Tom Brady to that win over Kansas City. They shut Patrick Mahomes down, similar to what we did. The Steelers, I'm not saying that, again, I'm not picking them to go to the Super Bowl or beat Mahomes or something like that. But I'm just impressed. I didn't think that it would go like that. And, you know, with the Giants, look, man, Russell, I root for Russell Wilson. I root for that brother. I'm glad, he came back to our side. If y'all know, y'all know. But he's from Richmond, so shout out to Russell Wilson, man. I'm just praying for his career, man. It just sucks the way that he has those crazy up and down games, man. Like one game he just looks out of this world, and then the next game he just looks. I don't get it, and it's been like that ever since he left Seattle.
Hey, do we want to get a sponsorship with AARP and Ben Gay for Aaron Rodgers? They just want to know, like.
Yeah. Go ahead, set that up, man. But look, all I'm saying is he doesn't look. Everybody thought this shit was going to look terrible. It doesn't.
No, I agree.
It doesn't. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't look. It looks like if they can maintain it, they can make some noise. Again, I'm not saying they're gonna beat Mahomes in Kansas City. I'm not saying they're gonna go up to Buffalo and beat Josh. I'm not saying they're gonna come to Baltimore and beat Lamar. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they don't look bad. And
let me piggyback off your Pittsburgh, and this is when the elephant, because that's a really good pick, a sleeper pick. Jokes aside, I think that's a really good pick because there's two things I noticed just off fantasy football with Pittsburgh. One, the whole defense ain't even healthy right now. And two, Debo ain't been getting the rock like that. Like, so they still haven't built that connection yet.
Oh, you mean DK?
Yeah, DK.
Debo in Washington.
So like just that alone. So I don't think that's a bad pick. That's a team, if they get hot, you may not want to play them, and you definitely don't want to play them at home. So I can't argue with that. I personally, picks aside, you can say whoever you want. I really do think it's open this year. But it's still those teams you're seeing are there. I would like Philly to win just because get Jaden, that other one. I'm always going to say Philly or Lamar. Only thing with Lamar, and then I want to say this with Pat too. I like what you said with Pat, Rock. I think the next thing that's going to happen with Pat Mahomes, he's going to get an elite wide receiver. That's the only thing he ain't never had. You get that man.
Worthy is hurt, and then Rice is suspended. So, yeah, he is missing two of his core receivers. Yeah.
I had Worthy on my squad too, and then I saw he got hurt the first play. Like I almost started going on a rant, fam. I'm like, yo, you gotta be kidding. I need a sweep or something. Now I can't get it.
That was me last year when Chris Godwin went down. Man, my heart broke. I had fantasy lock. Chris Godwin went down, and then I got CD this year, and I'm like, man.
Oh man. Hey, yo, they ain't even putting them on IR to where you can even put them on IR. You hear about that?
Yeah. Bruh. I don't really think he hurt like that, personally. I don't think CD hurt like that. I don't think because if he was able to get back out there high spring, I think he good. I find it funny. This is the first year I was gonna do a bet, like a sports bet too, and I had a really good bet for CD, and all of a sudden CD got hurt. I'm like,
and with Buffalo, remember people, they got the easiest. Top 3 easiest schedules.
No,
so, of course,
schedule is so
and that be pissing me off. Like we just won the Super Bowl. we won our division. So naturally, when you win your division, you get the tougher opponents. Buffalo has won their division the last 6 years. Why are they getting the third easiest? And your team has the MVP. Yet Baltimore and Philly get hard schedules, but Dallas and Buffalo get. But that's neither here nor there.
Does Josh need that Super Bowl, man? Get Josh that Super Bowl, man. Greatest quarterback of our generation.
Crazy. WNBA news. Shout out to Asia Wilson. All right. She won her fourth MVP. The Vegas was, I think they went on a 16-game winning streak to end the season after they were struggling at the beginning of the season. But she, of course, every year she's been balling. So shout out to her. During, I think, their practice, she was presented the trophy, by her boo, Bam Adebayo. Shout out to the new Love and Basketball couple. But yeah, what y'all think about her winning her fourth MVP, and where does she rank
the greatest
all time? Because here's some four that people go in there.
The greatest.
All right.
The greatest.
So, my GOAT is Maya Moore.
Mine's too. Yeah, mine's Maya Moore.
Asia Wilson, yeah. So where y'all think about her winning her fourth, and where does she rank
the greatest
right now?
She's the greatest.
I can't argue with that.
You got her number one.
I can't argue with
I love Maya. Maya's my pick, but like Asia's the greatest. Like the only reason Asia is giving us what Maya probably would have gave us if she stayed. And I hate to do that because I feel like when you compare like that, I shouldn't even say that because I'm like probably somewhat limiting Asia, right? And Maya's Maya, Asia's Asia. And the reason I say the greatest is when you go look up, she has won 4 of those things, MVPs, right? And 2 titles. The only thing Maya has over her is 4 titles. Asia already has 50% of those titles. And she may win her 3rd one this year. So that means she's got to get 1 more. The only thing she has to do is get 5 titles, and then she passes, I think, Bronson. I got to look her up. I can't remember who won the most. I think it's like old school WNBA. She played for Sacramento. I remember that much. But
she won 5? I thought.
Yeah, she won 5. I think the most in the WNBA would be 5. You got to look it up. It's been a while since I looked at it. But I think it's like, I can't remember. It's like Bronson. Like, I think it's Rebecca's her first name. I can't remember it, but I know it's 5. And Asia has 4 MVPs, 2 titles. She has more MVPs than Diana Taurasi. She's a 2-way player, and she has more titles, I think, than Diana Taurasi. Sue Bird has more titles, but she has no MVPs. So, like, anybody you put over, Asia's resume stacks up. She's still active. She's young. Asia can be the greatest. All she has to do is win 2 titles. And if she stays, she can and wins just 3 titles. I hope she goes to the 5. Because if she goes to the 5, there's no questioning it. You are looking at this generation's in the WNBA versions of Bill Russell if she wins 5. Like, she's just all she does is win. I'm calling it right now. She's the greatest because in our time, she is LeBron, she is Kobe, she is Jordan, she's everything. Think about it. We've never seen outside of Maya, outside of Brianna, like all these players who are great. But Maya, we don't even remember most of that like no more. Like it's getting to that point. And Asia, you say WNBA, like when they were talking about Caitlyn, we was like, Asia's in there. What do you mean? Like, she's LeBron, she is Kobe, she is Jordan. Like, she's all that rolled into one. Like, she's Asia. So the greatest. I'm done. The greatest.
I can't even argue with that. Because even when I saw the list, what we was going to talk about, and you mentioned that, I instantly said in my head the greatest. So with Des bringing the explanation, adding that to it, she number 1. And she still got a lot of time. That's super scary.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, the fact that she still has more time, in respect to Maya Moore, she did all of that, and within how long did she play? Maybe 6 years? No.
I'm about to say, I feel like it wasn't that long at all.
Yeah, maybe it was like 8 years. So she did a lot within an 8-year span. Mm-hmm. And I'll say this, more so about women's basketball, more so than men, even though men, that's how a lot of these guys get put in because of the totality of their career, i.e. Carmelo, right? Respectfully, Carmelo should be in the Hall of Fame, but a lot of that contributed to him winning the championship at Syracuse as a freshman and his Olympics. Because if you look at the NBA, he didn't make a finals. Respectfully, didn't win an MVP, but he played in the era with the Kobe's, LeBron's. So we get it, but the totality of his career got him into the Hall of Fame. And even more so with women's basketball. Maya Moore, she was a beast in college as well. Brianna Stewart, for example, Connecticut won 4. She won as a freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior championships. Like, they went 4 straight years. Nobody has done that. She was, she's the only player to go freshman year to senior year. And not Tamika Holsquare couldn't do it. Candace Parker couldn't do it. Maya Moore couldn't do it. Diana Taurasi didn't do it. None of them did it. Brianna Stewart did that, right? And then look what she's doing in the league now. So, Asia Wilson, she did win a championship at South Carolina in college. But for me right now, she still just has a lot more to do. I would still say Maya Moore is number 1 to me, but Asia Wilson is definitely top 3. I would add in there, even though I was gonna add one. I was gonna say Cheryl Miller, but people didn't see her play clearly. But I just think Cheryl Miller to me is like Lauryn Hill, and when people bring up Lauryn Hill as one of the greatest female MCs, she gave us such a small snippet, but that snippet was so fantastic, right? From the Fugees to what she rapped on, in Miseducation. Had she put out a hip hop album, I'm sure it would have been the greatest women's hip hop album of all time, maybe the greatest hip hop album, period. Because she's just that talented, and people don't know Lauryn Hill did her own beats too. The Cheryl Miller, it's unfortunate, because what she was in high school and college. Man, if she could have played in the WNBA, that would have been incredible. But I'd say Maya Moore, Asia Wilson, and I'll throw in there Diana Taurasi. Because Diana Taurasi, she was a beast as well. People forget about her, but she was a beast too.
I do want to stand corrected. I said Diana, looking it up, she has 1 MVP, 3 titles, so she has 1 more title than that. And also 2, and we're saying totality because I was strictly talking WNBA greatest.
Well, no, I'm just saying that is considered. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was saying if I was talking just WNBA standard, if we're looking at all of it, I'll put Asia 5. If we look at strictly WNBA, she'd go. She'd go. But if we're looking at all of it, Cheryl Miller, Maya Moore, Stewie, Diana, Asia. That's how I would.
I agree with that. That's a great list.
Yeah, that's how I would go. If we're looking at,
I like that. That's a crazy starting 5.
Yeah, put Candace in there because I love me some Candace. And Shamik. I don't know who to put in there, but Cheryl Miller would be the first one. Because Cheryl Miller made me literally fall in love with the game of basketball and women's basketball in general. So that's a really good thing. And Maya Moore is Maya Moore. But if it's strictly WNBA, Asia stands alone. I think as of right now, I still think she needs to get. I don't really think she needs that 3rd title, but for people who want to debate titles, she would need to go get a 3rd title. I don't really care because once you get past 2 titles, what are you're nitpicking at this point? It's the same I feel like people do with LeBron. I think at that point you're just picking a title.
Now, real quick, I'm disappointed in you, Des. I'm disappointed.
I really do feel like that. Once you get past the titles, you're nitpicking.
No, because there's one name that I haven't heard from you, being an LA person, and that is Lisa Leslie.
I love Lisa Leslie. She's a 3-time MVP, 2-time champion. I love Lisa Leslie, but the reason Lisa Leslie, the spark, that's why I say Candace is my favorite spark. Lisa was my favorite spark, but hopefully Juju puts the spark jersey on. Hopefully Asia will put a spark jersey on. That's what I really want.
That's not.
But
you have better chance at Angel Reese. Y'all do have a good chance.
I agree. Angel Reese gonna hurt my Juju.
And that's gonna be her, Kelsey Plum, Cameron Brink, and Rakia Jack. That's gonna be a crazy.
We are waiting for Juju. If it ain't Juju,
and if y'all get Juju, that starting 5 would be.
I want Angel and Juju on the same team right now. I want Angel. I got to see it first. If they do both, I'll take that. But I feel like right now, how we be working, if we get one, the other gonna go, and I don't want to risk that. I don't want nobody on Sparks unless it's Juju.
y'all gonna get Angel Reese with Shaq's connection to LA and
Lisa Leslie wanted her there. But I was gonna say the reason I didn't mention Lisa Leslie because I just feel like it's kind of like Olajuwon. I love Hakeem Olajuwon,
Mhm.
and it's not taking away the game because I think they're important pillars. I just think where the game is at now, it's so forward now. Like Asia, when you look at her resume as a two-way player, and I feel like Cynthia Cooper, like all of them, I'm taking away by picking these other players. But I'm just like Asia's resume. So she made me fall back in love with the WNBA because I stopped watching, and Asia brought me back. Because when Maya left, I was like, and I didn't watch really all of Diana's years. I watched some. What's the old girl? I can't think of her name. She's still playing. Went to Notre Dame. Skylar Diggins. I watched a little bit, but Asia brought me back. So that first title she won and then everything. So I'm a huge fan of her because to me, I think, and I hate to continue again, just keep saying this. I wish I could think of something better. It's like we're getting to see what Maya Moore would have gave us if we could have watched Maya Moore. That's
true. All right, people, it is that time for the mixer with DJ No Name. Go ahead, Gary. What you got for us, man?
What trash ass album you got today?
Not trash.
I gotta stretch right quick. Hey, yo, Rock, can you do me a favor? Is there a way you can turn off the music right quick?
Sure, absolutely. He about to.
I got 80s arcade music in the background.
All right, for the disclaimer, I did get some pictures because we already know where this is going.
Look, he petty as fuck because his team undefeated. Gary, he got these loaded up and ready.
Nah, I did it for my mans. I knew he was going to talk about it.
With the cup in his hand.
I gotta set the scene for the people. I gotta let the people know what's about to go down. All right,
you see this, man? This is one of the greatest gifts I've ever received. If this wasn't for Rock, this would be in the trash by now. Let me explain something to y'all right quick. I invited loved ones, friends over Sunday night to watch football on behalf of my birthday. It just so happened to be the Ravens and the Bills, right? I'm sitting out back. It seemed like every possession, every time they ran, it was just a touchdown. They said, we good, but it's the Ravens, so I'm gonna just. And then what was it, 40-25, something like that. And I was like, nah, they got this, right? And then they didn't. So I was like, should I kick everybody out? Should I just hold my frustration, wait till everybody leaves? Because I was this close to kicking over a trash can. This close. And then y'all take forever to score against the Cleveland Browns. And of course, Henry, he fumbles again. And then y'all just straight drop a dud against the Lions on your home field. And I'm like, what is really going on?
Right.
And then, we're going to start with John Harbaugh. It's time for you to get up out of here, fam. It's just time. Let's just get him out of here, fam. Please. It's time. Your brother knows how to win week 1. How come you can't, fam? Go sit down with your brother. Learn how to win week 1. And if you can't, it's time to get up out of here, fam.
Yo!
Derrick Henry, you should have signed with the Cowboys. Why did you come to Baltimore if you're doing that? You haven't fumbled in seasons, and you come to fumble 3. In Rock's voice, 3 games in a row, fam. You should have let Jerry pay you, and you should have went over there. And you know what, Tyler Loop, you're not slick either. You missed the field goal during the Bills too. That was critical too. I know you're a rookie. I know you came from Arizona. I don't care about that. You missed too. You're not slick. Steve Biscotti. I don't even know if I'm saying your name right, but you're the owner. Sell the team. Go do another venture. Leave football alone. My man Sashi Brown.
This man is going through the org.
Eric DaCosta. How are you saying that? I need everybody who is in that building. Everybody need to go find a new job. Lamar, Trent Dilfer got a ring, and Joe Flacco got a ring, I'm tired of reminding myself this, fam. Do you not know how elite you are? I'm trying to figure out when's the last time the Ravens had an actual offense to where they weren't defense dependent. That's because it hasn't been until you got there. We can't even get an elite wide receiver just to bring over just for one season. Can we just have a cheat code team just for one season? I just want that. And then I'll leave it alone. If and when Lamar gets his ring, whether it's this season, next season, I don't even care no more because he got it. Everybody else can get theirs. Matter of fact, I'll start hate watching on purpose with intention. But until then, I need everybody fired. I just need everything to start over. And I actually went light. I was gonna go even harder, but I actually went light because I didn't even cuss. So I actually did Baltimore. I did y'all a favor. The Ravens, not the city of Baltimore. The Baltimore Ravens in particular. Straighten up and fly right, because I was so mad. I went on X and went on a real big rant about the Ravens, and I got the Kansas City Chiefs beating them by 3 touchdowns. I don't even care. I don't even care no more. Just lose the rest of the season and just make me miserable. Y'all been in the game 30 seasons. What are y'all representing? 30 years, 30 seasons. Y'all can't be going out like this, man. Fix it. Only Ray Lewis can fix this.
Hey, look, man. Gary, look, man. We sending out a big extended hug. You know, you need a hug, brother. We got you.
I'm not sending no hugs. If you want an application, you can be a Raiders fan, man. Come on over here. Like, you already got the R in your team. Just make that switch on over here, bro. Gino got you. Know Gino gonna let you down. You know what to expect.
Oh man.
Don't talk to Rock. This team is a winner.
Much better when life was so much better when Flacco was the quarterback. I had I still don't live with expectation, but with Flacco, fam, I was just like, it's whatever. I was surprised when we did win with Flacco. Just period.
Can I tell you, watching that game, and I love Detroit. I love Detroit, the defensive coordinator. I love their coach. I love Detroit. I think Detroit football's been back. But y'all could have won that game. Well, let me tell you when I knew y'all was going to lose that game.
That's the name of that franchise. It could have won that game.
Yeah. But this one, let me tell you when I knew y'all was going to lose this game. When it was like at the goal line and y'all couldn't punch it in, and then it was 4th and goal. And I said, oh, surely they're going to kick the field goal. Just take the point. You know what they did? Let's try it one more time. And it was at that moment, because y'all said it in the chat, and this was Monday, so I was still, I was doped up. I was like, I'm sick, y'all. Not like, let me make sure I make that clear. Like, so anyway, like, I'm sitting there seeing, I think even y'all saying in the chat, or maybe it was our IG, like y'all saying the coach got to get fired. At that point, I realized this man got to get fired. And you know what? Mike McDaniel, the job is yours. I'm telling you, because he can take that offense, turn around. Because you got Lamar. Lamar will get one Super Bowl. I still think they can win it this year. I don't think it was that bad of a loss. Well, you was at home. It was that bad of a loss. You was at home.
Yeah, you can't be doing that at home. You can't be doing that.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting y'all was at home.
Well,
Rock, listen, your team winning, Rock, right now, man. Ain't nobody listening to all that, man. Look, you see that smirk? It's under there. He like, yeah, this right now, like Cowboys.
You're only what is it? What's the rule? You're only as good at the time you do the successful act. So you have to do it again. So they got to do it again.
That's fair.
They got to do it again.
Who's your biggest threat, though, Rock? Before you switch, who do you see as your biggest threat right now?
The team that we just played, the Rams. I said that is because our secondary is not good, and the Rams having Pensacola, whatever, and Devontae Adams and Stafford can still throw. If it didn't snow, they had a chance to beat us last year in the playoffs. So Yeah, I would say the Rams. The Packers don't scare me because of Jordan Love. I think that's going to be.
I
I don't
right?
think, and not to be funny, I'm rooting for the brother. He's a brother, so I'm rooting for him. But I don't think he's. I don't know if he's fully ready just yet. I think we've seen glimpses.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's ready because, again, like you said, we're just on a how can we win this game basis. AJ gonna get it 5 times. If Saquon gonna run for 200, if Jalen got to sprint and throw, if Devontae gonna hit a few deep balls, if the defense, Jalen Carter run over people, if whatever it takes to win that particular game, as you just saw with the Rams one, that's what we're doing right now.
Tank Bixby was a good pickup for y'all. I forgot to say that earlier.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got their defense on my fantasy. They pretty solid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. People, the real MCs about to get into it. All right, Dez, with his film review. Go ahead, Dez.
I should have Gary like cut the music. Let me get now. I'm good.
Real quick, I don't know what's going. I'm having some like technical difficulties with that media part, but I'm trying to figure it out right now. But go ahead, you good.
Well, you know, I got a lot of movie reviews, Hey Swords reviews coming at y'all. We just did F1, which I finally got to see, which is phenomenal.
Which was a great movie.
Movie of the year. Movie of the year. This hurts my heart to say this. I got a chance to see that new Denzel Spike Lee.
Yes.
Highest to lowest. And let me say, it was a very creative movie. Everybody in that movie did ASAP did his thing. Then everybody did a great job. Who did not do a good job? Spike Lee. Like, I don't know what the hell you was doing. The movie, Spike. I ain't even said this on my Hey Suarez. The reason I didn't do this on Hey Suarez because I didn't feel safe doing this. Talking about this black man. I said, let me do it with my brothers. This would be easier to do.
Right.
Because Spike. How you advertised that movie and what I got was 2 different things.
Come on.
Spike. Like, I came in like, yo, this about to be it. That movie, you made that for the young people to try to keep up. You ain't got to do that. You Spike Lee. You motherfucking Spike Lee. And I ain't gonna say it like that was like that was riding the bike for Denzel on a Sunday. He didn't care. But that shit was trash. Like, and Rock, don't air that part because I don't want to say that, but I said it. Like,
hey, the people gotta know, man. If it's trash, that's
like,
what they come to you. They come to you for the reviews. You gotta let the people know if it's trash.
You know, like I said, I do the reviews for the homies. I can't even recommend. I had to call my daddy. I called my daddy. I said, Daddy, the day showed up on the Apple TV. I said, Daddy is here. He said, it's out? I said, it's out. He was like, oh, man, let me know how it go. I watch it. Me and wifey watching it. Back to the front. The A$AP Rocky song is fire. I'm like, ugh. I'm feeling it. But then I started watching 5 minutes in. This shit. Spike. I had to call my daddy back the next day. And I was like, hey, Daddy, what's up? He was like, hey, man, you never hit me up, brother. It was 2 days later, actually. He's like, what's up with the movie? And I was like, and he's like, it's like that? I was like, yeah, Dad. I said, Dad, don't watch this one, Dad. He's like, nah, man. How you gonna make me tell my daddy how bad your movie was? That's my pops. And I gotta tell my pops. Your movie is trash. Spike. That's all me and my pops got is you. And you fucked that up. Don't make another movie after this. Just retire. Don't just Just retire. Do some Tyler Perry shit. Have somebody else do the script. You just put your name on it and then go from there. Like, don't make another motherfucking movie after this. Just retire. Denzel, I'm sorry. I hate to say this shit, like, because Spike, like, I really want, and Spike don't give a fuck what I think. He don't give a fuck. Like, I hate saying this because I feel like I'm gonna run into him. And he was like, "You did that trash ass review on me, and you remember that shit?" And I'm like, Spike, we both fucked up. Fuck you for making this movie, and fuck me for doing this review, Spike, because I didn't want to do this shit. Rock said, "Hey, that's what you want." I purposely stalled because I knew it was only one thing I had to talk about. It was the delay. Did I hit y'all back? I was sick, but I didn't say nothing back instantly because I knew what I was gonna talk about. And me saying this shit, this is a black on black crime. Spike, don't make no more shit like that, bro. I'm done.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, Des, appreciate the review, man. Hey, again, we come to you for the review. So I haven't seen it. Of course, when you hear Spike and Denzel, it's like you got to tune in. But
watch it. Let me.
Definitely watch it because what he said is so on point.
Like, you watched that shit, Gary? You watched it?
Yeah, we watched it like a week ago.
Shit crazy, ain't it?
That's like, that fam. Like, I'm literally crying from laughter because everything you said is on. Like, it's like, fam, you start watching, like, okay, it's cool, and then it's like, nah,
that shit left quick.
Yeah,
it's gonna be the best 25 minutes of your life because you like, I got Spike, I got Denzel, and then at 26 minutes and 30 seconds, you're gonna be like, what the fuck just happened?
Yep. Yeah.
Where is this movie going?
Yeah.
And then it's gonna have that song come back on. And then you're like, all right.
Nice. That's crazy. All right. Thanks, Spike. Well, I mean, look, every direct. I mean, Steven Spielberg don't always drop hits. Only person right now that's dropping hits consistently is Ryan Coogler and Christopher Nolan. Like, that's it. Those are only two. So
I feel like he did it because he tried to keep up with Ryan. I felt like he was trying to keep up. Oh man, with the younger people. When you watch it, Rock, just let me know. That's all I'm saying.
I got you. People, about to get into our top 5 or 10. All right. So I was seeing online. Everybody's now coming out with their greatest rap or hip hop groups of all time. Especially like with Mobb Deep, I think just dropping their new album or about to drop their new album. Rest in peace, Prodigy. So of course, and then the Clips, they dropped their album over the summer. So everybody's bringing up now who's the greatest group of all time. So again, this is not in any order. All right, this is just what I pieced together. All right, you got some honorable mentions. And my bad about these technical difficulties. I gotta zoom. I'm trying to zoom out to see what I need to see because it won't let me scroll for whatever reason. So unfortunately, some of the pictures I may not be able to pull up. But honorable mentions, you got the Migos. All right, I do have them up here. All right, you got Migos, Bone Thugs. All right, Bone Thugs. Do I got Bone Thugs up here? Yeah, I got Bone Thugs. All right. Let me see. De La Soul. Do I have De La? I think I got De La. Yep, De La Soul is here. All right. You got Naughty by Nature. UGK is another one. Rest in peace to Pumpy. I'm sorry, Pimp C. And there's Cypress Hill. All right. So those are the honorable mentions. All right. Top 10 I got. All right. We got the Fugees at 10. Run DMC. Again, really, I say at 10. This is not in any order, but Run DMC, I can't find that picture. Run DMC, Mobb Deep, all right, is in there. Got 3 6 Mafia. I don't know if I can find it. Can't find them. 3 6 Mafia. I got the Roots. I just had the Roots up. Yeah, I got the Roots. All right. Tribe Called Quest. NWA, of course, has to be on this list. The world's most dangerous rap group. Public Enemy. There's Outkast, of course, and then Wu-Tang Clan. Ain't nothing to fuck with. All right. So, what y'all think about that list? My man took off his glass. Look, again, is the top 10 is not in any order. Is there any honorable mentions or somebody list that you feel like should be in that top 10?
You made a list and you didn't put UGK on this list?
I put them in the honorable mentions.
They not on the list, right?
Okay, who you taking out then? Who you taking out?
3 6 Mafia.
Okay.
It wasn't for UGK over 3 6 Mafia all day.
They got their own. First of all, 3 6 got their own sound. All right, they developed the Memphis sound. UGK, Pimp C, he was doing a lot of the sampling. They did that doo-wop, the blues, but they weren't the sound of this. That was my man DJ Screw, rest in peace. He really had the sound in Houston, right? Am I wrong? Like, I mean, I know they're from Port Arthur, but he really had the Texas sound. 3 6 developed their own. Nobody was doing horrorcore like 3 6, other than like Big L and then Eminem. Like, those are the only other people I could think that was doing like horrorcore. And Ghetto Boys.
Yeah, that's another group. That's on my list.
Okay, you Ghetto Boys. I forgot about them. You're right.
UGK 1987 was out. Like, it wouldn't for you, Ghetto Boy, UGK, wouldn't be no 3 6 Mafia. Like,
that's a good one, though. I agree. That's a good one. All right, so adding Ghetto Boys and then putting UGK in the top 10, taking out 3 6. Okay, we'll make 3 6 out.
And then, I mean, the list is cool. I mean, Slum Village could have been on there. Little Brother.
That's a great one. I forgot about Slum Village.
I got the list pulled up because you got a Tribe and then you got Roots.
Tribe is the greatest rap group in the world to me.
Public Enemy and Outkast.
I mean, Rock always biased to the West Coast because you know damn well he wasn't gonna put Dilated Peoples on there, but like they should be. But
I forgot about them. I forgot about them, and I forgot about
Farside.
Farside, that's one of my favorite groups. I forgot about them, and I also
forgot about Tribe is up there for me.
The Fellowship, Freestyle Fellowship. I forgot about them too. But so yeah, Tribe over NWA does.
Oh yeah, Tribe. It's embedded in my wedding rings. With me and Sheena's wedding rings. Like,
oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, our wedding rings say it's a Tribe Called Quest Club. Yeah, well, that's our favorite group. That's our favorite all-time group. I love Tribe, man. Tribe is my favorite. Tribe is the first hip hop group I experienced. You know what? My son always laughs at this story. We were at a friend's house. Those who will see, Gary. RIP to the homie Turner. Gary, were you with us when we went to go clean up Turner's house?
Nah, I was supposed to. I had something up, but I was supposed to be there helping.
Shout out to Mama Sonny. I ain't never publicly told this story. It's a funny story. So we were out there cleaning up the homie Turner's house. He passed away, and his mom was there because we was helping clean up the stuff, get everything out because the homie gone. Mama Sonny, she talk about like hip hop groups, and she starts talking to Aspen, and she says, "Who did she say? De La Soul." She said De La Soul is the great, and she was passionate, the greatest hip hop group ever. And then my son, he stopped, looked at me, and he was like, "I know my daddy about to argue for Tribe Called Quest. I wasn't gonna do that. It was not the time. It was not the place to pick my battle about the greatest." And here's why I think Tribe is one of the greatest. There's certain groups. If you say Wu-Tang, I'm not gonna argue with you. That's one of my
because it's like it's 1A, 1B, Tribe, and Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
You Outkast, not even gonna argue with that. Yeah. Like you can because I think there's certain times, but it stops at Tribe, Outkast, and Wu-Tang. Mm-hmm. Everybody else, and it's not knocking those groups. I love NWA, but you are not Tribe, you are not Outkast, you are not Wu-Tang. Yeah. The reason I say that is NWA was influential. They had their shit. But y'all remember when Wu-Tang fucking dropped.
Yeah.
Like that shit was different.
Yeah.
You remember when Outkast came, they shit was different.
Yeah.
And Tribe was fucking different. The jazz, like the Wayans brothers used them as a fucking intro. We didn't even see that before when they had that shit, bro. Tribe just was like Tribe is the soundtrack of my life. It don't matter how bad my day is. There's certain groups. Like I think Rock, who was in the chat, and then like he posted Farside, I think it was, or one of the groups, I can't remember. And I was like, yo, it's just certain songs. But I feel that way with Tribe. It ain't the Tribe song. That Come On, Can I Kick It is my favorite song. It is my all-time favorite song. Find My, what was it? That Relax, Electric Jazz. I can't think of it right now.
Yeah, Electric
Relaxation.
Yeah, Electric.
So like Tribe is just there. But yeah, shout out to Mama Sunny. Aspen always makes fun of me. He's like, you was gonna argue with that woman in this. I was like, no, I wasn't. But my mom was like, oh. But it's a good list, Rock. I just say 3 6 Mafia is the only one. I'm not gonna argue with the Roots. Mobb Deep. You know, I'm gonna say this. I'm not a big Mobb Deep fan in the sense I never really listened to him.
Mm-hmm.
Like I listened to Mobb Deep, but I didn't go listen past their popular songs.
Mm-hmm.
And because I wasn't really intrigued with Mobb Deep. Run DMC, I had a whole time I was listening to Run DMC for a little bit. But
I feel like with them, you got to put the pioneers.
Yeah, you have to. Like that's the one. That's how I feel with NWA. I feel like you have to put NWA, but I can argue somebody who doesn't want to put NWA.
Sure. Right. Yeah. What do you think, Gary?
Yeah, that's what I was like. Wu-Tang, Tribe. It was like it's kind of like what Dad said. Like the soundtrack to his life. That's how I feel about Wu. Because I was raised off martial arts and stuff like that too. I wasn't like in it, but I was always watching. I was always intrigued by it. And then being a student of the game, learning samples and stuff like that, I was definitely studying RZA and all the Wu-Tang in-house producers. And quiet as kept, man, I'm still high off of the show when they was down here at the BOK, man. That show was incredible, man. And you know, Ghostface is in my top 5. Ghostface been in my top 5 forever. So to see him live for the first time, like, and that was my second time seeing Raekwon. But yeah, seeing Ghost in person, man, like, I'm still not over that.
I forgot you was there that night.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, no, definitely. I definitely forgot about Ghetto Boys and Farside. They should definitely be.
Ghetto Boys too. Yeah,
they should definitely be listed.
I would say.
Wu to me, Wu-Tang for me, it's Tribe, Outkast, and the Roots. As much as I love Wu-Tang as well, and what they did will never be done. I mean, they had 9 dudes that rapped. 6 of them went to be individual stars. Just the feel that you get from Tribe's music. That was one of my brother-in-law, shout out to him, he gave me like a whole bunch of old school CDs when I was in high school to get me real hip hop. And Tribe, Midnight Marauders, and Low End Theory was 2 of the albums that he gave me on the CD. And that changed my life. Like I was like, oh, this is the shit right here. Damn, how I forget this group, Black Star. Most Def and Talib. That's the collective. You know, even though they did the 1 album, or 2 albums now, but they were big too. But yeah, and the Roots to me, Black Thought, man, he's just so underrated, man. He is so underrated. Like he's a great MC. Even when they had Malik B, a lot of people forget he was a great MC, and he was on a lot of their tracks in the early years. So, and then Questlove, also named Amir, by the way. He's just one of the most talented musicians. So, but yeah,
good list.
I like it.
I would say, I would take Run DMC off because Public Enemy. I think for us, Public Enemy is kind of like our Run DMC in a sense for our generation. The reason I say that, it depends where you at in hip hop. I would say that first. Only reason I say that is because Public Enemy, when I first heard them, gave me the consciousness that I needed to hip hop.
Yeah.
And Run DMC, which is greatly appreciated. I'm not, once again, it's like NWA. I'm not going to argue Run DMC on a list. I can see them taking off and then just leaving strictly Public Enemy to fill that gap. But I just feel like the only group, if I'm really going to nitpick it, Slum Village. because it to
That's
me,
yeah, I forgot about them too.
Slum Village, just because of Jay Dilla, of course the
Rest in
MC.
peace, Jay Dilla, man. That incredible.
Slum Village is
Incredible.
like they're the only group that's not mainstream. And I think if you put on this list, and if you love hip hop, if you truly love and you listen to hip hop, you're not gonna argue Slum Village being on that list, like a top 10. Like,
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah, but the Roots, I feel you in the Roots. I have that Roots kick too.
Yeah, Roots. They got music that. The same thing with Tribe. They just got music that touches your soul. So like, yeah.
I was a Black Thought hater for a little bit though. I gotta, and the only reason, because like people, Black Thought's so underrated. I was like, man, there's somebody out there. He underrated. Just
because not. Yeah, like the debate was, is he better than Jay-Z? Again, like Jay-Z had a lot of mainstream success. Not to say that Jay-Z can't spit, but Black Thought, like Big L, like he spit way better than Jay-Z. Jay-Z just made hit records and he had Def Jam behind him. Let's just call it what it is, right? Like that. Yeah, I mean that does matter. There's a lot of people that can spit better than maybe J. Cole or even maybe than Kendrick, but. Kendrick had Dr. Dre behind him. J. Cole had Jay-Z behind. I mean, that's hard to not push yourself up. When Lupe came out, he had Kanye behind him. So, it's that does matter. The Roots, they were just fresh out of Philly, independent, similar to Black Star, right? A lot of people didn't know Mos Def and Tyler because they were just underground, but them motherfuckers can spit. So, same thing with Outkast. A lot of people feel like Andre 3000 was kind of at times overshadowed because he had to share the spotlight with Big Boy, but he could spit. So
yeah.
Ooh,
another devil's advocate. I'm gonna let you get to your next one, Rock. Now that I think about it, I can dare say you could take Mobb Deep off for the Locks or Dipset.
I forgot about not Dipset, but the Locks.
You was a Dipset fan?
Slim. What Jada Kiss say? I don't be in Miami. I'm outside. That killed it for me. I'm sorry. Like they ain't practice. How you show up to the respect to the music, but even still on the music tip, the Locks.
Yeah.
Again, they had Def Jam and behind them as well. So and then Biggie was behind. Biggie was gonna sign the lot. Yo, Biggie would have been so huge, man. He would have had Little Kim, Cameron, Locks, and Jada and Styles would have signed individually. Like they would have been like kind of Wu-Tang. All three of them would have signed their own individual deals with Biggie. Biggie would. That's why Puff had to take him out. Just saying. But anyway. Just saying. But all right, people. As we always like to do in the show, with what's the question? All right. And my question is, what needs to happen? And I'm trying to keep this under 10 minutes. But what needs to happen in order for what's happening right now not to happen again? Okay. And I made a couple reels about it. Black people, we need Black unity right now more than ever. I think Des, you brought it up, or Gary, one of y'all brought it up, but as far as like us stop competing with each other, and really trying to work together more, especially because we're so spread out. I mean, I'm here on the East Coast. You guys are in the Midwest. There's people on the West Coast. There's people in the South and the North. Black people are everywhere, but we're so spread out right now. We're not clicking. We're not coming together. And, that needs to definitely change. I'm tired of the Black men versus Black women talk. Please stop it. All right. I get it. Podcasts, they're doing their things. Some things I see on, and I might agree with this take or that take. But it's just too much of it where now it's just to the point where Black men aren't trying to commit to Black women saying F y'all niggas, we don't want to deal. It's just too much. Stop it. All right. Please, we need to this is not what God intended. This is not how it was in Africa before slavery, like all these different things. This is not how it's supposed to be. We are supposed to be with each other. And let me add this. You don't see other races doing that. You don't see white men attacking white women and white women attacking white men. You don't see Asian men attacking Asian women. You don't see that shit broadcasted. We need to stop that. And the most important thing is we need a new constitution. The Supreme Court, Trump, they are throwing that shit out. They're saying that shit don't matter. We don't care about it. F it. All right. Your freedom of speech. The only thing that ain't being attacked right now is the Second Amendment, right to bear arms. And honestly, they may come after that too, especially if he wants a dictatorship. He's going to control who has guns, who has a militia, who has this, who. All right. But for one, and I'll try to keep it as brief as possible. For one, the Constitution, people, we have to remember, it was written at a time where myself, Dez, No Name, we were considered 3/5 of a person. We were considered pets, animals. That's when that Constitution was written. We weren't free. We weren't, okay? We were just here to be used or whatever, okay? That's the first thing. Black people weren't even considered. Women, okay? For all women listeners out there, women, black, white, whatever, were not considered in the Constitution, okay? In America now, we have other races in dynamics. We have Hispanics. Shout out to our people from Mexico, and down, in Southern America. Asians, okay, in other communities, all weren't part of the equation when they wrote the Constitution, okay? And look, the times have changed. That's been written over now, what? 2 centuries ago? 3 centuries ago? Okay? So, I just feel like, we definitely need to, once this whole shit with Trump in order for this not to happen again, we need to set up a new constitution that speaks to today and where we are today at this moment. If you want to keep some of the Bill of Rights and some of the amendments, sure. But then some of them do need to be modified because I think it's the 14th Amendment, the one that Will Smith had the documentary about on Netflix called Amend, where pretty much gave everybody who was born in the U.S. human rights, everybody, right? The South immediately attacked that and started attacking it per state, right? So, then that's when the whole, we not only have federal law, now we have state laws, and states can dictate certain things, right? And that's how they were able to get away with Reconstruction and Jim Crow and right after slavery, locking us back up because we were homeless and didn't have any jobs. What else do you expect, right? So if you're going to make things federal, that federal law mandate, whatever, needs to stick. So there just needs to be, the Constitution needs to be completely revamped, rewritten. Some of the amendments also need to be either kicked out or updated. And then my idea is every 100 years, you need to write a new constitution. And I feel like if we wrote a new one, let's say in 1900, things may look a little different. And then the next one would have been 2000. Obviously, 5 years. My thought would be at least 4 to 5 years before that. You start planning, or you start drafting what the new constitution will look like, what we plan on keeping, what worked, what didn't work, and then you go into the next century with this new constitution. So, and in the year 2100, they'll develop a new one for that generation. Fortunately, we won't be around, but at least that generation will be around to have a new constitution instead of living off the same one from 1776. That makes absolute. Why are we in our kids, grandkids going to be in 2100, and they still living off of something that was written in 1776. That makes it doesn't make sense now. So it damn sure is not going to make sense, in 75 years from now. So we definitely need to change that. So I would say Black people, we need to come together, have these conversations like what we do, but productive conversations that, we're talking about, a whole bunch of different things, but coming together, unifying. Please stop the Black men versus Black women rhetoric. We're tired of hearing that. And then yes, after the dust settles with all of this, a new we cannot move forward in an effective way. We still are going based off of what people wrote in 1776. It's just my opinion. People, that's the show. Greatly appreciate everybody for tuning in. Glad to be back for this fall season. Yeah, this is it's hitting now, man. So we definitely appreciate everybody for listening, tuning in. As you know, I appreciate y'all fellas, man. And yeah, y'all got anything to say to the people?
Love, peace, and hair grease, man.
Yeah.
Get well, Des.
Man, bro, the struggle real. I appreciate y'all letting me ride, man. I was like, nah, I need this. Started up with the fellas. So yeah, man, I just gotta get some sleep.
Yeah, for sure. I just want to say, drink your water and wash your ass, man. Take care of yourself out there.
And that's it. We ended it on that. Drink water and wash your ass. You heard Gary. Hey, peace and love, everybody.